Welcome to the Daily Jing for Friday, February 16th. It's the Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year. It's the year of the dog. So here's the quote of the day. There are two things you need to remember about concrete. It's always getting harder and it cracks. Ernie, foreman of the Millersville West Frederick Street project. Okay, so let's look at the schedule. This is Friday of the fourth week. You should have started 2.2. 2.1 was due today. 2.2 is due on Monday. The reflection imitation first draft is due a week from today or by that following Monday. Okay, let's go back to the notes. The two reflection imitation essay is a difficult paper, not because the subject is difficult, coming up with how you learn to do something, but it's difficult because you have to give your reader the experience of learning. You have to dramatize the moment you learn to do something. It's more of a mental thing than a physical thing, although you do the physical, find your Carter on the stairs and actually look him in the eye. But then you figure out by connecting then that encounter with some mysterious bit of information you received sometime before, your Bowen, something at the time you did not understand. The process goes from previous information, what actually starts with a predisposition to do this thing, and then previous information, wondered about but not understood, to an experience you have where you attempt some feat and fail, back to that piece of previous information you don't understand, to a realization of how you can do whatever you are trying to do because you now understand what that previous information means. It has become knowledge. The paper occurs in one scene with a flashback. It's hard to get your mind around until you figure that you have to use the previous information as a tool for understanding. And this is the hard part. This sequence where you recover some past information to use it to learn to do something did not necessarily happen at the time, but it must be employed to create the myth of learning. Fudge the truth. Bring the previous information back to help you figure out how you learn to do whatever. The hardest part of this assignment is to lie about the fact that you weren't thinking about the previous information when you learn to do that thing, but you must. You have to lie in an attempt to show us the truth. The assignment demands that you let previous information, your Bowen, help you figure out how you learn to do X, even though in reality it might not have happened that way. Yet it has to be plausible that it could have happened, could have helped you, and you need to have it help you so your reader can understand your experience of learning. Okay. When is the first draft of the reflective essay due? It's due a week from today or the following Monday. All right? Thanks. Bye.